Have you ever tried getting out of your favorite chair and felt like your legs just didn't want to help? Maybe going up the stairs leaves you breathless, or standing at the sink feels harder than it used to. It's easy to chalk it up to just getting older, isn't it? These little aches and limitations are simply part of the deal. But what if that's not entirely true? What if the real reason you're feeling stiff, tired, or weaker isn't because of age itself, but because your body is quietly begging for the right kind of movement? The truth is, many seniors stop moving because they think it's too late or too risky. But doing nothing can make things worse. And here's the surprising part. You don't need to run marathons or join a fancy gym to feel better. Sometimes, the simplest exercises, done slowly, gently, and consistently, can restore strength, ease pain, and bring back joy to daily life. In this video, we're going to explore 5 low-impact exercises that work. Real solutions that fit your body, your lifestyle, and your years of wisdom. Stick with me, because by the end, you might just feel excited to move again. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Water aerobics. Gentle strength without the pain. There's a quiet moment of frustration that many older adults know all too well. Maybe you felt it yourself, standing at the edge of your living room, looking at the staircase or even just the hallway, and wishing you could move the way you used to. It's not about running marathons or dancing till midnight. It's about wanting to get up and go without that sharp ache in your knees, the stiffness in your hips, or the lingering soreness in your back. Perhaps you used to enjoy a walk in the park, playing with the grandkids, or just tending to your garden. But now, every movement seems to ask for more than your body feels willing to give. For many, this gradual change becomes a quiet background to daily life. It's easy to chalk it up to getting older. After all, doesn't everyone slow down with age? Maybe you've even tried to stay active, pushing yourself through exercise routines you used to enjoy, only to end up feeling worse for it. Joints aching, muscles complaining, and a sense of discouragement settling in your heart. Is this just how life is after 65? You might wonder. Do I have to give up the activities that once brought me so much joy? But here's a question to challenge that assumption. What if your body isn't truly too old to be active, but simply needs a different kind of movement? What if the pain and stiffness you've come to accept are not inevitable, but instead signal that your body needs a gentler, more supportive approach? This is where water aerobics comes into the picture. An exercise that many seniors overlook or underestimate, yet it can be transformative in ways you might never expect. At first glance, the idea of exercising in water might seem a little foreign, or even a bit frivolous. Some people imagine water aerobics as a line of ladies in swim caps, splashing around to cheerful music. But beneath the surface, there is real science and wisdom in moving your body in water, especially as you age. Let's break down why water aerobics work so well for older adults, and why it might just be the solution you didn't know you were searching for. First, consider what happens to our joints as we get older. The cushioning cartilage between our bones wears down, and everyday movements can start to feel like grinding gears. Gravity is relentless. It pulls on us day after day, making every step, bend, or twist a little more taxing. This is especially tough on knees, hips, shoulders, and backs, which is why high-impact exercise often becomes too risky or painful for seniors. The risk of falling increases, too, especially if you have balance issues or weaker muscles. But water changes everything. When you step into a pool, your body becomes buoyant. The water supports your weight, up to 90% of it if you're immersed in your neck, which means your joints are no longer fighting gravity with every movement. This takes the strain off those sore knees and hips and lets you move more freely and comfortably. At the same time, water creates gentle resistance against your movements in every direction, which means you're strengthening your muscles without ever having to pick up a dumbbell or risk a fall. This unique combination of support and resistance is why water aerobics is so effective and so safe. Scientifically, studies have shown that water exercise can help increase muscle strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular health for seniors, all with less pain and a much lower risk of injury. The hydrostatic pressure of the water can even help improve circulation and reduce swelling in the legs and feet. And because it's a low-impact activity, you can get all these benefits even if you have arthritis, osteoporosis, or chronic pain. Many physical therapists recommend water exercise for precisely these reasons. You don't need to be a strong swimmer or have any previous experience to benefit from water aerobics. Many community pools, gyms, and senior centers offer classes tailored specifically for beginners and older adults. A typical session might include gentle walking or jogging in place, arm movements, leg lifts, and simple stretches, all performed in waist or chest-deep water. The instructor will guide you through routines that are fun, safe, and easy to modify based on your ability. So, how do you get started? The first step is simply to check out local options. Look for a YMCA, community center, or even a health club that has an indoor pool and offers group classes or open swim times for seniors. If you're new to water exercise, it's perfectly okay to let the instructor know about any aches, pains, or health conditions you have. Most classes encourage everyone to move at their own pace. All you need is a comfortable swimsuit, a towel, and perhaps a pair of water shoes for extra grip. During your first class, don't be surprised if you feel a little awkward or self-conscious. That's normal. But as you move through the water, you'll start to notice how much easier it is on your body compared to exercise on land. You might feel lighter, more agile, even a bit playful, like you've rediscovered a piece of your younger self. Many people find the water soothing and refreshing, especially if they haven't enjoyed exercise in years. Let me share a story about Helen, a retired nurse from Ohio. Helen spent most of her adult life on her feet, caring for others, but after turning 70, her knees began to give her trouble. She missed her long walks and gardening, but every time she tried to stay active, her joints would protest, leaving her discouraged and anxious about falling. One day, her daughter convinced her to try a water aerobics class at the local YMCA. Helen was skeptical at first. She hadn't been in a pool in years and worried she wouldn't keep up. But she gave it a chance. What happened next surprised her. In the water, she felt weightless. Movements that had hurt on land were suddenly comfortable and even enjoyable. She could stretch, kick, and move without pain, and after each class, she left feeling energized instead of exhausted. Over the months, Helen found her balance improving, her muscles growing stronger, and her spirits lifting. She even made a new circle of friends in her class, people her age who cheered each other on and shared plenty of laughs along the way. If you've been feeling discouraged by aches and pains, or if you've told yourself that exercise just isn't for me anymore, I hope Helen's story shows you that a different path is possible. Water aerobics is not about competing, pushing your limits, or proving anything. It's about giving your body what it needs: gentle movement, support, and a chance to heal and grow stronger, one splash at a time. As you think about your journey, remember this: you deserve to feel good in your body, no matter your age. It's never too late to try something new or to rediscover the simple joy of moving without pain. The water is waiting for you, welcoming, supportive, and ready to help you build gentle strength without the hurt. So, if you're ready to take a step toward better health and more freedom, consider giving water aerobics a try. You don't have to do it alone. Invite a friend, a spouse, or even a neighbor. And don't worry if you're not a swimmer. Just moving in the water at your own pace is enough. Every effort counts, and every gentle exercise brings you closer to the comfort, strength, and confidence you deserve. You might find, as Helen did, that your best days of movement are still ahead of you, not behind. Give yourself the chance to feel light, to laugh, and to move through life with more ease. The first step is as simple as saying yes to something new, and letting the water carry you forward. 2. Chair yoga. Flexibility and calm, one breath at a time. For so many older adults, the simple act of getting up and down from a chair or reaching for something on a high shelf can become surprisingly challenging. Maybe you've noticed yourself groaning a little more than you used to when bending over to pick up the morning newspaper, or perhaps your body feels tight and stiff after a long night's rest. That sense of limitation can sneak up on you, slowly, quietly, until one day you realize you're not as agile or relaxed as you once were. You might even catch yourself avoiding certain movements, not because you want to, but because your body seems to protest, your joints feeling less forgiving than before. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's easy to think, well, this is just how it goes after a certain age. Stiffness, aches, maybe a little frustration. Aren't these simply part of growing older? This belief is so common that many people don't even question it. Maybe you watch your grandkids run and twist and hop with such freedom and energy, and you tell yourself those days are behind you. You might have even tried stretching or a few traditional yoga poses, only to find yourself overwhelmed, unsteady, or even worried about falling. But what if there was a way to gently restore your flexibility, balance, and sense of calm, without ever having to get down on the floor or risk toppling over? What if regaining your ease of movement and peace of mind didn't require anything more than a simple chair and a willingness to breathe? Chair yoga is a quiet revolution in the world of movement for seniors. It turns the ordinary chair into a tool for extraordinary change. While many people dismiss yoga as something for the young and bendy, the truth is that chair yoga was designed specifically for people who crave gentle, accessible movement. No experience required, no floor work needed, and absolutely no judgment. Let's pause for a moment and look at why flexibility matters so much, especially as we get older. Flexibility is more than just being able to touch your toes or twist your torso. It's about being able to turn your head to check for traffic, reach up to put away dishes, tie your shoes, or stretch your arms overhead to hug a loved one. When our bodies become stiff, these daily movements become harder, and sometimes even dangerous. Lack of flexibility is also closely linked to falls, injuries, and chronic discomfort. That nagging tightness you feel in the morning? It's not just old age. It's your muscles and connective tissues growing less elastic because they aren't being stretched or used as often as before. Scientifically, our muscles, tendons, and joints thrive on gentle movement. When we avoid stretching, our range of motion shrinks, making everything feel tighter and increasing our risk for injury. At the same time, as we age, our stress levels can rise. Worries about health, family, or simply the passage of time can leave us feeling anxious or on edge. Chair yoga meets both these needs. It loosens stiff muscles and calms anxious minds, all in a way that feels safe, supportive, and truly doable for just about everyone. So how does it work? Chair yoga takes traditional yoga poses and adapts them to be performed sitting down or using a chair for support. There's no need for a yoga mat, no complicated sequences, and no getting down on your hands and knees. You start by sitting comfortably in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. You focus on your breath, allowing each inhale and exhale to gently calm your nervous system. Then, through a series of guided movements, gentle twists, stretches, and bends, you begin to loosen tight areas in your neck, shoulders, back, and legs. A typical chair yoga session might begin with some simple neck rolls, releasing the tension that builds up from looking down at books or screens. Next, you might move into shoulder circles, freeing up those joints so you can reach and lift more easily. Gentle seated twists help your spine stay supple and relaxed, while arm raises and stretches lengthen the muscles along your sides and back. Even your ankles and feet get attention, with movements that keep your lower legs strong and reduce swelling. But perhaps the most powerful part of chair yoga isn't just the physical movement. It's the focus on breathing and mindfulness. Each pose is paired with slow, deep breaths, reminding you to check in with your body and let go of stress with each exhale. For many older adults, this simple act of intentional breathing can make a world of difference, lowering blood pressure, reducing anxiety, and even improving sleep. Getting started with chair yoga is refreshingly easy. All you need is a sturdy, armless chair, a quiet space, and a willingness to go at your own pace. There are countless free videos online, including ones made specifically for seniors and people with limited mobility. Many community centers, churches, and senior organizations now offer group classes, where the sense of camaraderie and encouragement is just as healing as the exercise itself. Let me tell you about George, a retired school principal from Minnesota. After a hip replacement, George found that he couldn't keep up with the daily walks he once loved. The loss of movement hit him hard, not just physically, but emotionally too. His doctor suggested chair yoga as a way to gently regain flexibility and balance. Skeptical at first, George reluctantly joined a small class at his local senior center. The first week, he felt awkward, unsure, even a little embarrassed. But the instructor, a woman not much younger than George himself, reassured everyone to move like you, not like anyone else. Within a few weeks, George noticed that he could turn in his chair more easily. Putting on socks became less of a battle, and he even found himself sleeping better at night. Most surprisingly, he began to look forward to his sessions, not just for the stretches, but for the quiet sense of calm that stayed with him long after the class ended. Now, George is the first to tell anyone willing to listen that chair yoga gave him back his mornings. If George's story sounds familiar, it's because so many seniors find themselves quietly longing for just a little more comfort and confidence in their daily movements. Chair yoga isn't about forcing your body into impossible shapes. It's about inviting ease, grace, and a gentle kind of strength back into your life. Every stretch, every breath, is a step toward feeling more at home in your body. The beauty of chair yoga is that it can be as simple or as challenging as you want it to be. Some people start with just 5 minutes a day, using guided online routines. Others find joy in joining weekly group classes, where the laughter and encouragement become as valuable as the exercise. You can practice in your living room, on your porch, or even outside in the fresh air. And because there's no fancy equipment or gym membership required, chair yoga is available to everyone, regardless of budget or background. If you've been telling yourself it's too late to work on your flexibility, or that you're too stiff or too old for yoga, I invite you to let go of those beliefs for just one day. Your body is more resilient than you think, and it truly does respond to kindness and care. Chair yoga is a gentle gift you can give yourself, a daily ritual that says, I still deserve to feel good, no matter my age. So, as you move through your day, remember, every time you pause to stretch, to breathe deeply, or to move your body with intention, you're investing in your future comfort and freedom. You're telling yourself and the world that growing older doesn't mean giving up on movement or peace of mind. It simply means finding new ways, gentler, wiser ways, to stay connected to the life you love. You've come this far, and there's still so much ahead to enjoy. Give chair yoga a try, one breath at a time. You may just find a new sense of flexibility, calm, and confidence blooming within you. No mat required, just your favorite chair and a heart open to possibility. 3. Tai Chi, the art of slow, graceful strength. There's something profoundly familiar about waking up in the morning, feeling your body before you even open your eyes. Maybe your knees are a little achy, your back is stiff, and there's a certain reluctance in your limbs to begin another day. These aches and the creeping fear of losing balance are unwelcome companions, and yet for many older adults, they have quietly woven themselves into the background of daily life. You might find yourself moving a bit slower, clutching the railing just a little tighter when going down the steps, or planning your activities around the times when your body feels at its best. Sometimes, it almost feels as though life is shrinking inward, making you more careful, more tentative, and more aware of each movement. If you've felt this way, you're not alone. It's so common to believe that slowing down is simply the price we pay for more candles on the birthday cake. That's just what happens after 65, you might think. My balance isn't what it used to be. My muscles aren't as strong. Sometimes, friends and family may gently encourage you to sit more, do less, and take it easy. And it can feel as though you're being asked to watch the world pass by, rather than stay engaged and strong. But what if that wasn't the only option? What if, instead of moving less and shrinking your world, there was a gentle way to rebuild strength, improve balance, and find a new kind of confidence? One that grows with every slow, graceful movement. This is the quiet beauty and remarkable power of Tai Chi. While it may look simple, just a series of slow, flowing motions, Tai Chi is so much more than meets the eye. It's a practice that honors the wisdom of age, respects the needs of the body, and invites you to move with grace, strength, and deep, calming presence. For many, Tai Chi becomes not just exercise, but a daily ritual, a way to reclaim both body and mind. So why does Tai Chi work so well for older adults? It's worth looking a little deeper. Tai Chi, sometimes called moving meditation, originated centuries ago in China. The basic idea is surprisingly simple. You perform a series of slow, gentle movements that flow from one to the next, coordinated with deep, mindful breathing. There's no jumping, no pounding, no need for fancy equipment or special clothes. You can practice Tai Chi in your living room, your backyard, or the local park. All you need is a few square feet and an open mind. The secret is in the slowness. Unlike so many exercise trends that push for speed and intensity, Tai Chi invites you to move with care and intention. Every shift of weight, every turn of the wrist, every gentle step is performed slowly and mindfully. This allows you to pay close attention to your balance and posture, strengthening the muscles that support you, especially those deep stabilizers around your hips, knees, and core. Research shows that practicing Tai Chi can dramatically improve balance, reduce the risk of falls, and build muscle strength without ever stressing your joints. The movements are low impact, making them safe for people with arthritis, osteoporosis, or a history of injury. But the gifts of Tai Chi reach even further. The deliberate pace is calming for the mind, lowering stress and anxiety. With every inhale and exhale, tension melts away. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and a gentle sense of clarity settles in. This is more than just physical exercise. It's nourishment for the spirit. Over time, many people find that Tai Chi helps with sleep, reduces chronic pain, and even boosts mood and memory. There's something about moving in harmony with your breath, in a rhythm that honors your body's natural pace, that feels both ancient and entirely new. Getting started with Tai Chi doesn't require any previous experience or natural grace. The best place to begin is simply by watching a class or joining a session at your local community center or senior organization. Many parks and YMCAs now offer Tai Chi classes specifically for older adults. The instructors understand the unique needs and concerns of seniors. They'll show you modifications, help you find your balance, and encourage you to move at your own pace. There's no rush, no competition, no expectation other than to be present and give yourself the gift of movement. If you're shy about joining a group, there are countless videos and online resources tailored for beginners. You can start by learning a few simple moves: parting the wild horse's mane, wave hands like clouds, or golden rooster stands on one leg. Even just standing quietly, breathing deeply, and moving your arms in slow circles is enough to begin. As you get comfortable, you'll find that Tai Chi is endlessly adaptable. You can practice sitting down or standing, alone or with friends, in silence or with soft music. Let me tell you about Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother from Oregon, who discovered Tai Chi almost by accident. After a minor fall shook her confidence, she was afraid to leave the house without her cane. Her daughter encouraged her to try a free Tai Chi class at the local library. At first, Linda hesitated. She imagined she'd be out of place, too stiff, too slow. But she went anyway, nervous but curious. The first class was simple: slow, repetitive movements, gentle reminders to breathe, and encouragement from the instructor to move with softness, not force. Linda felt awkward at first, but by the end of the hour, she noticed a strange sense of peace. There was no pain in her knees or back, just a gentle warmth and a surprising lightness in her body. She returned the next week, and the week after that. Within months, Linda's balance improved so much that she put away her cane. She was walking taller, sleeping better, and laughing more freely than she had in years. Most of all, she found herself looking forward to each session, not just for the exercise, but for the sense of connection, both with her own body and with the other seniors who practiced alongside her. Tai Chi taught Linda, and so many others, that strength isn't always about force or speed. Sometimes, the greatest strength comes from slowing down, moving with purpose, and trusting your body to guide you. This gentle art reminds us that we are not defined by our age or limitations, but by our willingness to keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you've ever felt discouraged by stiffness, pain, or a loss of confidence, consider giving Tai Chi a try. Don't worry about getting every movement right. There's beauty in the learning, in the slow unfolding of ability and awareness. Each session is a chance to listen to your body, honor what it can do, and gently nudge it toward greater balance and grace. You might even find that, like Linda, you rediscover parts of yourself that you thought were gone: a quiet strength, a sense of calm, or a simple joy in moving for movement's sake. Tai Chi is about progress, not perfection. Whether you practice for 5 minutes or 50, whether you do it standing or seated, every slow, graceful gesture brings you closer to a body and mind that feels vibrant, resilient, and alive. So as you move forward, remember, growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. With Tai Chi, you can reclaim strength, stability, and serenity, one slow, beautiful step at a time. The world may seem to move fast, but you have the power to slow down, breathe, and move through life with a quiet, unshakable grace. The art of Tai Chi is always there, waiting to welcome you. No matter your age, no matter your starting point, inviting you to discover just how strong and graceful you can still be. 4. Seated pedal bike. Move your legs, even while watching TV. Sometimes, the day gets away from us before we even realize it. Maybe you find yourself settling into your favorite recliner after breakfast, meaning only to rest for a moment, but soon, hours slip by. The television hums in the background, a familiar companion. Perhaps you're catching up on the news, checking the weather, or watching a rerun of a show that always brings a smile. Before long, you notice your legs feel stiff, a little heavy, or even a bit numb. Maybe your knees don't want to bend as easily as they did that morning, or you have to wiggle your toes a few times just to get the blood moving again. It's such a familiar experience for so many older adults, the way time and stillness quietly rob us of the movement our bodies need. It's easy to accept this as a normal part of aging, to tell yourself that slowing down is just how it goes after retirement. You may think, I'm not as active as I used to be, but that's to be expected. Maybe you even believe that real exercise has to be tough, breaking a sweat, going to a gym, or risking discomfort or injury. For many, the very idea of a workout feels out of reach, either because of physical limitations or simply a lack of energy. What's the point? You might wonder, can a little extra movement here and there make a difference at my age? But let's flip that idea on its head for a moment. What if exercise could be simple, comfortable, and even enjoyable? Something you could do right from your living room, without ever missing your favorite show. What if there was a way to keep your legs strong and your circulation moving, no matter the weather or your mood, without the pressure of joining a gym or putting on special clothes? This is exactly where the seated pedal bike shines, quietly bridging the gap between comfort and activity for seniors everywhere. A seated pedal bike is a wonderfully simple device, a compact set of pedals that sits on the floor in front of your chair. No balance is required, no heavy machinery, and no complex settings. Just place your feet on the pedals, start moving at your own pace, and you're off. You can adjust the resistance to suit your needs, pedaling slowly while you read the paper or speeding up a bit during a commercial break. Some people even use their pedal bike while talking on the phone, knitting, or enjoying a morning coffee. There's no rush, no competition, just you and a gentle, steady movement that adds up in powerful ways. Why does this matter? It all comes back to circulation and muscle strength. As we get older, sitting for long stretches of time can lead to sluggish blood flow, swelling in the ankles, and an increased risk for clots and other health problems. The muscles in your legs, the very ones that help you get up from a chair, climb the steps, or keep your balance, start to weaken if they aren't used regularly. That's why even a small amount of movement, like pedaling for a few minutes at a time, can make a big difference. Studies show that consistent low-impact movement helps improve circulation, maintain healthy joints, reduce swelling, and keep those all-important leg muscles strong. The beauty of the pedal bike is its accessibility. There's no need to change clothes, brave bad weather, or worry about falling. The gentle motion is easy on your knees and hips, perfect for anyone dealing with arthritis or limited mobility. You can go as slow or as fast as you like, taking breaks whenever needed. Over time, even short sessions, 5 or 10 minutes here and there, add up to real improvements in strength, energy, and confidence. You might even notice that standing up from your chair feels easier, your steps are more steady, and your legs don't tire as quickly. Take Martha, for example, a retired librarian from Illinois. Martha loved reading, birdwatching, and, like many, her daily dose of Wheel of Fortune. But after a mild stroke, she found herself spending more and more time in her recliner. Her legs felt weak, and she worried about losing her independence. Her daughter gave her a small pedal bike as a birthday gift. At first, Martha was skeptical. "I thought it was just another gadget to gather dust," she admitted. But one afternoon, during a particularly slow news hour, she decided to give it a try. She placed the pedals in front of her chair, slipped her feet onto them, and started slowly, just 5 minutes at a time. Within a week, Martha noticed that her ankles weren't as swollen, and she could stand more easily. After a month, her confidence had grown. She found herself pedaling during every commercial break, sometimes even losing track of time as she watched the birds outside her window. Not only did the pedal bike help her legs regain strength, but it gave her a sense of accomplishment and control she hadn't felt in years. Her doctors were thrilled, and so was Martha. She started sharing her secret weapon with friends, showing them that exercise doesn't have to be exhausting or intimidating to make a difference. Starting your pedal bike routine is easier than you might think. The first step is to choose a sturdy, simple model. Many are available online or at local medical supply stores. Place it on a non-slip mat in front of your favorite chair. Begin with just a few minutes each day, perhaps during the morning news or your favorite radio program. You might find that it becomes part of your daily rhythm, a little burst of energy to start your day or wind down in the evening. As your strength improves, you can increase your time or resistance, but there's no need to rush. The goal isn't speed or distance, but consistency. If you're worried about motivation, set small, achievable goals. Maybe it's pedaling for 5 minutes before lunch, or during a single TV show each day. Write down your progress on a notepad, or invite a friend or family member to join you from their own home. Share your successes and challenges. Sometimes, knowing someone else is cheering you on makes all the difference. And remember, every pedal counts. You're not only strengthening your muscles and improving your circulation, you're reclaiming your independence, one gentle movement at a time. Your legs carry you through life. They deserve a little care and attention, no matter your age. With a seated pedal bike, you're saying yes to more walks in the garden, easier trips to the grocery store, and more moments of joy with the people you love. So the next time you settle into your chair, instead of worrying about being too still or feeling guilty for taking it easy, slip your feet onto those pedals and start moving. Slowly, gently, at your own pace. Let the television play, let the world go by outside your window, but know that you're doing something wonderful for yourself, right from the comfort of your own home. You might be surprised by how quickly small steps turn into big changes. Permit yourself to start slow, to celebrate every improvement, and to trust that your body can grow stronger, even in the most familiar of places. The journey to better health doesn't always require grand gestures or grueling workouts. Sometimes, all it takes is a quiet commitment, a little creativity, and the steady rhythm of your own 2 feet moving in place. You deserve to feel good in your body, to stand up with ease, and to walk through life with confidence and comfort. The pedal bike is just one more way to honor that simple, powerful truth. It's never too late to move forward, one gentle revolution at a time. 5. Resistance band exercises. Strength without heavy weights. It's a feeling many older adults know well, the sense that everyday tasks are becoming harder. Maybe you notice it when you reach for a jar on a high shelf, carry groceries into the house, or even open a stubborn door. Your arms might feel weaker than they used to, or your hands may not grip as firmly as before. It's easy to accept these changes as just part of growing older, as if strength naturally slips away with each passing year. You might think, I'm just not built like I used to be, or maybe lifting heavy weights is no longer an option for me. But here's a question that might surprise you. What if building real, meaningful strength didn't mean lifting heavy, intimidating weights? What if there was a way to strengthen your muscles gently, safely, and effectively? All from the comfort of your living room, with tools so simple they fit in a drawer. Resistance band exercises offer exactly that, a way to regain strength, boost mobility, and protect your joints, all without the strain or risk that traditional weightlifting might bring. These stretchy bands, often made of durable latex or fabric, provide resistance when you pull or stretch them, engaging your muscles in a controlled, manageable way. The beauty is in their simplicity and versatility. Why does strength matter so much as we age? Strong muscles support our bones and joints, help maintain balance, and make daily activities easier. From climbing stairs to gardening, from playing with grandchildren to getting up from a chair. Without enough strength, even routine movements can become challenging, increasing the risk of falls and injuries. Maintaining muscle strength is one of the most effective ways to stay independent and active for longer. Yet, lifting heavy weights at a gym can feel intimidating, or even impossible, for many seniors. You might worry about hurting yourself, or simply not having the energy or motivation to commit to a demanding routine. Resistance bands change the game by offering gentle, adjustable strength training that puts you in control. You decide how much tension feels right. You can work your arms, legs, chest, and back with a variety of exercises tailored just for you. Getting started is easier than you might think. You don't need a fancy gym membership or bulky equipment. Just a few bands with different strengths, some space, and a little time. Most resistance band kits come with instructions or simple exercise guides designed for beginners. Many community centers and senior fitness programs also offer classes that teach safe, effective techniques. Imagine starting your day by sitting comfortably in a chair, holding a light resistance band, and gently stretching it with your hands. You might perform bicep curls, shoulder presses, or gentle rows, all while seated and supported. These movements help strengthen your upper body without placing strain on your joints or risking imbalance. For your legs, You can loop the band around your ankles and practice gentle leg lifts or stretches, promoting strength and flexibility. Many seniors find that resistance band exercises become a favorite part of their routine, not because they are hard or exhausting, but because they help them feel capable again. Take Richard, for example, a 68-year-old retired engineer from Arizona. After years of desk work and little exercise, Richard noticed his arms and legs felt weak, and simple tasks left him tired. The idea of heavy weights seemed daunting, but when his doctor suggested resistance bands, Richard decided to give them a try. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. He started slowly, just 10 minutes a day, following a simple routine he found online. Within a few weeks, Richard felt a noticeable difference. He was able to carry heavier grocery bags without struggling and could garden for longer without fatigue. The bands allowed him to challenge himself gently, increasing resistance as he grew stronger. Best of all, he felt empowered, no longer limited by his age or fear of injury. If you're new to resistance bands, here are some simple steps to begin safely. First, choose bands with varying resistance levels, light, medium, and heavy, so you can start gently and progress at your own pace. Always warm up your muscles with some light stretching before exercising. Start with basic movements, seated bicep curls, shoulder raises, or leg lifts. Focus on slow, controlled motions, paying attention to how your muscles feel. Avoid sudden or jerky movements. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions of each exercise, resting as needed. Listen to your body. Mild muscle fatigue is normal, but sharp pain is not. If something hurts, stop and adjust your technique or resistance level. Over time, as your strength improves, gradually increase the number of repetitions or switch to a band with more resistance. Another great advantage is that resistance bands are portable. You can take them on trips, use them while watching TV, or keep them handy in your kitchen or bedroom. This convenience helps make exercise a natural part of your day, not a chore. As you build strength with resistance bands, you'll likely notice improvements in posture, balance, and overall confidence. Your joints will thank you, as muscles provide better support and cushioning. Activities that once felt tiring, like lifting a grandchild, carrying laundry, or reaching overhead, become easier, more natural. Remember, strength training isn't just about muscles, it's about enhancing your quality of life. It's about giving you the freedom to do what you love, for as long as possible. Resistance bands offer a gentle, effective path to that freedom, no matter your age or fitness level. So if you've been hesitant to try strength exercises because of fear or uncertainty, consider resistance bands as your gateway to renewed vitality. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate every little victory. Your body is resilient, and with the right tools, it can grow stronger day by day. You deserve to feel powerful in your own body, to open jars, carry bags, and hug your loved ones without hesitation. Resistance band exercises are a simple, accessible way to reclaim that strength and independence. Permit yourself to start today, because the best time to care for yourself is always now. As we come to the end of our journey through these gentle, low-impact exercises, I hope you're feeling a sense of hope and possibility stirring within you. Getting older doesn't mean giving up on movement, strength, or joy. It can be a new beginning, a chance to rediscover what your body can do when given care, kindness, and a little encouragement. Whether it's the buoyant ease of water aerobics, the steady calm of chair yoga, the graceful flow of Tai Chi, the convenience of a seated pedal bike, or the empowering simplicity of resistance band exercises, each option is a reminder that staying active is for everyone, no matter your age or ability. These exercises aren't about pushing yourself to the limit or chasing your younger self. They're about honoring the body you have right now and building a stronger, more flexible, and more confident you, one gentle movement at a time. You don't have to make sweeping changes overnight. Start small, listen to your body, and celebrate every step forward, no matter how modest it may seem. You might be surprised by how quickly these simple routines can restore energy, improve your mood, and help you feel more independent. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a community of people, friends, neighbors, even strangers, cheering you on and walking this path beside you. Permit yourself to move, to grow, and to embrace this stage of life with hope and strength. Here's to more days filled with movement, laughter, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are stronger than you think. Take that first gentle step. You deserve it.